Good morning, dear students. Let us continue the story Saviors of the Train, written by Edith Nesbit. I will revise what we studied in the last class. Name of the story is The Saviors of the Train. So, this is the story of three children Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis. Roberta is the eldest one, and her nickname is Bobby, and Phyllis is the youngest one. Roberta and Phyllis girls, and Peter boy. Okay, and these children, they were living with their mother in a cottage near a railway line in Yorkshire in England. Okay, so one day these three children went to pick cherry blossom, and they reached near the wooden steps that lead to the railway line. So when they stood there, they happened to see a landslide. They saw a great rock on the top of which the trees were present moved into a sloping position and fell down on the railway line with a blundering noise, with a thundering crash. And because of this, a cloud of dust rose up. Okay, so this much we studied in the last class. So the children saw a landslide. So while they were standing at the top of the wooden steps that leads to the railway line. Okay, now let us continue. Next page. Oh, said Peter, it's awestruck tones. Isn't it exactly like when coals come in? If there wasn't any roof to the cellar and you could see down. So the children were very much shocked when they saw this landslide. So, awestruck means great wonder. Awestruck means great wonder. So, Peter said in awestruck tones. So Peter was so much surprised, wondered, and he said, "Isn't it exactly like when coals come in?" So the falling of the earth along with huge stones and loose earth is like falling of the coal. It is exactly like when coals come in, isn't it? So, cellar is an underground room for storing things. Cellar. So, if there is no roof over the cellar, when coal come in, we can hear such thundering noise. So, the falling of the earth on the railway line and falling of the coals, exactly the sound, exactly the same. So, look what a great mound it has made, said Bobby. So, Bobby remarked this landslide. Bobby said, what a great mound. So, due to the landslide, it resulted in this great mound. So, because of this landslide, what there arose a great mound. Mound means a pile of, a heap of, ഒരു ചെറിയ ഒരു മല പോലെ. So a pile of, pile. So it made, the landslide made a mound there. So that is said by Bobby. So Bobby said what others. Look, what a great mound due to the landslide. So it resulted in this great mound. Mound means large pile or heap. So all this happened because of the landslide. So, look what a great mound it has made, said Bobby. Yes, said Peter slowly. He was still leaning on the fence. Yes, he said again, still more slowly. Then stood upright. So, Peter also agreed with Bobby when he said it was a great mound. And he was still leaning over the fence for watching this landslide. Peter was still leaning over the fence, and he stood upright after watching this landslide. Peter stood upright. The 11:29 down hasn't gone by yet. It must let them know. We must let them know at the station, or there will be a most frightful accident. So 11:29 down is a train that passes that railway line near their house at 11:29. So and that hasn't gone yet. So not at this train gone. Okay, so they decided to inform we must let them know at the station. So we have to inform this at the station immediately. Otherwise, what will happen? There will be a most frightful accident because this landslide, everything fell on the railway line. When train comes, what will happen? The most frightful accident will happen. So they decided to inform this immediately to the at the station as early as possible. Let's run, said Bobby. So by saying this, he started to run. Then what happened? But Peter cried, "Come back and look at mother's watch." He was very prompt and businesslike, and his face looked whiter than they had ever seen it. So, Peter, he looked at his mother's watch and asked Bobby not to run to the railway station because there was not enough time. So he looked at his mother's watch and he was so prompt. Prompt means correct, and businesslike. Businesslike here means serious. He was very serious and serious and capable of. So Peter looked at his mother's watch and told Bobby not to run because there was not enough time. Okay, then and Peter said, "Come back," and looked at his mother's watch. It is he was very prompt and businesslike, and his face looked whiter than they had ever seen. So his face looks whiter because he was so frightened. When he looked at his mother's watch, he realized that there was not much time for the train to reach there. So that is why his face became whiter than they had ever seen it. "No time," he said. "It's 2 miles away. And it is past 11. If we had anything red, we could get down on the line and wave it." So Peter's face was white. Face looked whiter than they had ever seen her because he stopped Bobby to run from there to the railway station because railway station was 2 miles away from there, and 11:29 train was scheduled to pass there very soon, and it was already past 11. So there wasn't much time before them. So what did they do? It was 2 miles. Railway station was 2 miles away from there. It is already past 11. But the train wouldn't see us. So if we had anything red, we could get down on the line and wave it. So that is an idea. He got an idea. Peter got an idea. So what was that idea? And if they have anything in red color, they could get down on the line and wave it to stop the train. So that was the idea that they got. Okay, so that is, if they have anything in red color, they can make use of that red color to stop the train. Standing on the railway line, they can wave it and thereby the train stop there. But the train wouldn't see us till it got round the corner, and then it could see the mound just as said Phyllis, better because it is much bigger than us. So according to Phyllis said that the train wouldn't see them till reach the corner, and he could see the mount because the driver can could see the mount because it is much bigger than the children. The driver can see the mud because it is bigger than the children. So that is the opinion of Phyllis. Then anyway, let's get down. So they decide, they have all these fears in their mind. Even then they are about to get down the wooden steps to reach the railway line. So they got down the steep stairs. Bobby was pale and shivering. Peter's face looked thinner than usual. Phyllis was red faced and damn with anxiety. So they decided to wave something that is in red color to stop the train. So they hurriedly got down the stair. Bobby was pale. Pale means white face became white, paled because of due to fear. He was shivering and also shaking slightly. He was so much frightened. So Peter's face also looked thinner than usual. Phyllis was red faced, sweating because she was really feeling worried. Phyllis is the youngest one. That is why her face became red with fear. And also she was sweating. She was really feeling worried. And Phyllis was feeling hot. Suddenly, she realized the woolen scarves they were wearing. So, these children were wearing a woolen scarf. So, suddenly, this youngest one realized that they have they have their red color scarves with them. So it was of red color. So they removed it for making it a red color flag, for waving it to the waving it for stopping the train. So while thinking about what the Phyllis was feeling very much hot, so thereby she what suddenly remembered about their red color scarves they are wearing. So they removed it for preparing a red flag. Okay. Oh, how hot I am, she said, and I thought it was going to be cold. I wish we hadn't put on our. So, when she felt very hot, and she felt that she wished that I wish we hadn't wear our scarves. Then she stopped short and then entered in quite a different tone of woolen scarves. So suddenly she realized her about their woolen scarves, and it was in a red color. So she decided to remove it. Okay. So, oh yes, Bobby turned at the bottom of the stairs. Oh yes, she cried. They are red. Let us take them off. So when Phyllis saying this about a red scarf, Bobby also reached there. He reached at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, yes, she cried. They are red. Let's take them. So suddenly everybody realized about their scarves and let us take them off. So they are about to remove their scarves. So they did, and they ran along the railway skirting the newly fallen mound of stones and rock and earth, and bent and crushed twisted trees. They ran at their best pace. Peter led, but the girls were not far behind. And they reached the corner that hid the mound from the straight line of railway that ran half. Where is it? Mount from the straight line of the railway that ran off a mile without curve or corner. So they started running. When they got the red color scarf, these children started running along the railway to reach the corner that hit the mount. So Peter was the leading one. He's the one who is running in front, leading one, and the girls were also following just behind Peter and reached the corner that hit the mount from the straight line of railway that ran half a mile without any curve. So they reached at the spot where they decided to wave at the train. So they reached at the point. They ran they ran at their best pace. Pace means best speed. Okay, skirting means they're going around the edge of the mount. So they are going around the edge of the mount, corner of the mount, skirting, and they run very fast, and they reached at the point. Okay, now we have got the scarf, said Peter. He looked at the watch again, and we have got 7 minutes. We must have Flagstaff. So they reached the point where he decided to stand and wave at the train. And now it is now they have got red color scarves, and they have to make a red color flag. Okay, now they have their red scarves with them. Now we must have flagstaff. Flagstaff means a stick on which flags are fixed. For fixing this red scarves, they need what they need is a flagstaff. So they are in search of a flagstaff. They got it. Okay, now only 7 minutes more for the train to reach there. Only 7. So within the 7 minutes they have to prepare this a flag also. Okay, so quickly the children cut holes in the flags and ran the sticks through them. Then they stood ready to wave the red flags as soon as the train came inside. So they prepared this. They got a flag staff, and they put hole in this flag, that flag hole in it, hole in the flag, and ran the sticks through them. They prepared the red flag using the scarf and a stick that they got from there. And then they stood there. They were ready to wave at the train. When as soon as the train comes in, they are ready to wave the red flag at the train. Okay. Then Bobby began to feel sick with suspense. It seemed to her that they had been standing there for hours and hours, holding those silly little red flag. No one would ever notice. So the train wouldn't stop. It would go rushing by them and tear ground the corner and go crashing into that awful mount, and everyone would be killed. So her hands grew cold and trembled so that she could hardly hold the flag. And then came the distant rumble and turn and hum of the metals, and a puff of white steam showed far away along the stretch of line. So Bobby began feel sick and suspense. So Bobby was very much nervous. Okay, and she feared it seemed to her that they had been standing there for hours and hours, holding those silly little red flag that no one would ever notice. The train wouldn't care. The train wouldn't stop. The train wouldn't care at all. So Bobby was very much nervous, and she feared that no one would notice their red flag. As they are very small children, nobody will notice their small red flag. The driver wouldn't care them, wouldn't stop the train. he wouldn't care them at all because they are very little children. So train wouldn't stop. It would hit the mound. So she feared that, Bobby feared that the train would hit the mound and all the passengers would die due to the accident. So his hands were very cold. Her hands were very cold because of fear, and she couldn't hold the flag properly because of fear, but she kept on waving the flag. So then they started hearing what the rumbling hum of the metals. That is, they realized that the train is approaching, arriving. They can hear a distant rumble, continuous noise, rumble, and hum of the metals, and a puff of white steam showed far away along the stretch of line. Now they can see what a puff of white what steam so indicates the arrival of the train. The children started hearing a distant rumble and hum of the metals, and also they saw a puff of white steam. So all these are indications of the arrival of the train. So the children realized that the train is coming. Okay. So they are standing there holding, Bobby is standing there holding the red flag. She was so worried, so nervous. She couldn't hold the flag properly because of fear. So, what are her thoughts in her mind? The driver wouldn't care them at all. He wouldn't stop the train, and the train would hit the mound, and all the passengers will die due to the heavy accident. Okay, due to the accident, all the passengers will die. So these are the thoughts in her mind, and Bobby was so much worried. Stand firm, said Peter. So Peter is giving instructions to Bobby. He told her, stand firm, stand strong, and wave like mad, like mad. You can wave continuously like mad. As the train comes closer, step back. And he is also giving instructions to Bobby because they are standing on the line. And when the train comes closer, you what step back, but go on waving. Don't stop waving the red flag, and don't stand on the line, Bobby. So Peter advises Bobby not to stand on the railway line. Okay. The train came rattling along very, very fast. The front of the engine looked black and enormous. The train is approaching, rattling along. Rattling means that heavy noise along very, very fast. It is coming very fast. The front of they can see the front of the engine. Black, enormous means large. Okay, its voice was loud voice was loud and harsh. The loud noise, they can hear the harsh loud noise of the train. Okay, these three children were standing about near the line, and Bobby is waving a red flag continuously like mad. She is waving, and the children saw the train fast approaching. They can see the engine. It looks like what look black and enormous, huge. Enormous means large, huge engine. They can see, and its voice was loud and harsh. Okay, thank you. This much is enough for today. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.